Hey there, beautiful babies. Welcome back to another episode of The Spiritual Gaze. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon.
I am your other host, Angel.
And this is our twice monthly podcast dedicated to exploring the wide reaches of spirituality without pretending that it all makes sense.
No, because we don't like to bullshit you. There's enough bullshit going around in this world.
There's so much bullshit.
I don't want to add to it.
No.
No.
We're here to add whatever truth we can.
Yes. Or we're just going to lie to you this whole time.
No.
It could just be lies.
No. Although we all lie to ourselves all the time.
Oh, really? When was the last time you lied to yourself?
This morning when I drove my car to the wrong dealership to get service.
But that wasn't a lie.
I thought I was going one place and then I ended up somewhere else. So I did end up lying to myself.
I guess. Yeah, I guess that's, I don't know.
Okay, all right. The last time I lied to myself
when was the last time you deeply lied to yourself?
Probably the last time I bought a bag and I told myself that I would be so happy when it arrived. And then it arrived and I was like, oh, look at this bag. And then I wasn't that happy.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, I mean, isn't that what we always do?
No, I don't always buy bags thinking it'll make me happy.
Well, what are you going to do? What about you? When's the last time you lied to yourself?
God, when was the last time I lied to my...
We're just diving right in here.
I don't know. That's a good question. When was the last time I lied to myself? Probably when I bought that bag of chips at the tortilla chips at the grocery store.
Okay.
And told myself, this is a good idea.
Oh my gosh. So are both of our lies involve buying bags?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, you didn't even realize that.
Oh my God. So I guess I do buy bags thinking they're going to make me happy.
And then they didn't.
Wow.
Wow. Look at that. Mic drop. Should we introduce ourselves?
Yes.
Hey, who are you?
I'm Angel Lopez. I am a writer and a film producer of sorts once upon a time.
Out of sorts,
but also an astrologer.
Get you sorted.
A healer, queeler, dealer, and the husband of you.
The husband of me, indeed.
Yes.
I'm Brandon Alter. I'm a spiritual healer, tarot reader, astrologer, teacher of these metaphysical modalities, and I'm also a writer and your husband.
Yeah. And this is how we talk to each other all the time.
I
just noticed we have this kind of rhythm going.
It's banter.
Yeah, it's banter. It's podcasty banter, but we also...
Do you want to try to drop it?
It's pretty normal.
Do you want to just stop?
Yeah, let's just drop the banter.
Well, it is Mercury Retrograde.
It is Mercury Retrograde, y'all.
So it is a time to review how you communicate.
Yes.
And how you think to yourself.
Yes.
Mercury rules our mind, and it also rules our tools. So this is often a time when tools...
Oh, we're going there, are we?
Break down. Well, all sorts of tools.
Okay, so how should we reconsider our communication style?
You and me?
Yeah. Let's just open the library up for everyone to hear.
Okay, wow. Okay, well...
It's our new segment, Couples Therapy.
Couples Therapy with the spirit of Orna Gralnick. I think that we do a lot of talking with each other, but we don't always communicate the truth of what's going on. Because of our 12th house suns, we can hold very close to our chest whatever it is that we're thinking about, and then we're kind of like strangers to each other to some degree. And so I feel like that's maybe a way in which we could improve. Just actually, instead of being like, how are you or what's going on, but being like, what's really going on? What are you spending your time thinking about right now?
Right.
What's got you stressed out?
I like that.
And then we're witnessing not just the externals of each other's life, but we're actually witnessing the experience of each other's life.
Okay. I like this.
Okay.
I almost feel like we could use our check-ins right now as like opportunities to explore.
Yeah, girl, I feel like that's what our check-ins have always been. I'm always like, that's what Angel's dealing with?
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say our own personal retrograde needs.
Oh, wow.
Because you just, I think, laid bare our retrograde need as a couple, and I agree with it. I
Okay.
think it was really well said.
Thank you.
But for yourself, like what, Mercury's retrograding through Leo. So what?
Is that where they are? They're in Leo?
Yeah.
How far back do they get? Do you know?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
I believe it started at 15.
Yeah.
So I think it gets all the way back to the
early degrees?
tip top. Yeah. I mean, I can look it up. I know this is maybe not riveting
No, it's okay.
to watch. I have my phone
Well, you look it up
out.
while I
So
share.
weird.
Okay, so for me, Mercury will be transiting my 5th house of creativity. And as part of my check-in, I just want to share that I have the first meeting that I've gotten to have about my musical. So you've been like hearing me talking about my musical that I've been writing since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And it has felt like a dream, like very illusory. Like, is this even real? Like you sit in a room alone by yourself and you
You're
like
not a
create
loser.
things. Illusory, not loser. Illusory.
Oh, okay.
Don't bait me. And so I get to have a meeting. I like sent the script out to a theater company, and they hopefully will have read it and listened to the songs, and I get to like talk to them about it with
It's
the
huge.
potentiality. Yeah, I mean, who knows? It could be nothing, but it also is the first. Like this is the first time I get to do something, and I don't know. I have doubts sometimes, and I can be insecure sometimes, but I think having Mercury retrograding through my 5th house of creativity, one of the goals I'm setting for myself is that when I get to express my creativity through songwriting, through storytelling, it's when I feel like the most alive and when I feel the most confident, because I'm just getting to like express my heart, which is like very Leo. Like Mercury in Leo is speak from your heart, and just let yourself don't diminish your humanity. Don't dim your light. Just let yourself speak fully and truthfully from your heart. And so I'm going into this meeting with that intention, and I'm just going to, it's like trying to be yourself is such a hard thing. Like just be yourself. You're like, who the fuck am I? You know what I mean? Like it's such a weird, like you mentioned recently that you like had like a disassociative moment where you like were watching yourself talking about yourself, and it's hard to just like dial up being yourself. But I think when you speak from your heart, when you drop into your heart, that's when you're being yourself.
Yeah.
So that's my like speak from my heart, which I think is Mercury in Leo regardless. So you can steal that, everybody. You can have that.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant.
But for me in the 5th house, it's creativity. So making sure that I'm speaking from my heart about my creativity, not speaking from my ego or my ambition or my need to please, but like I'm just speaking from my heart.
Right. Beautiful.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, I love that. That's a great goal to have for this retrograde. But I feel like speak from your heart. You like pinned that perfectly for everyone.
Yeah.
To be considering that during this retrograde time. Like, and a retrograde is a time to kind of pause and reflect on maybe where you haven't been speaking your heart.
Yeah, totally.
Where you haven't been like standing up for yourself in certain ways,
Yeah,
like,
so you get to
pay attention to that.
Take 2.
Take 2.
You get to go back and revisit situations or people, places where you like didn't get to speak your heart, and now you can try.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mercury will go direct, and then you'll get a 3rd try.
Yes.
So
it's at it retrograded at 15 degrees of Leo,
Okay.
and it's going back to 4 degrees.
got it. Okay.
So
within shouting distance of all those early degree planets.
yeah,
So we'll talk about that later in our little cosmic update. But
Mhm.
definitely a lot of planets in communication with each other right now.
Yeah, for sure.
What is your check-in, and how are you going to use this Mercury retrograde?
I'm not.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just opting out.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
What is
Mercury
astrology?
retrograde.
Oh, Mercury retrograde is bullshit.
Astrology. I'm renouncing it today. I'm kidding.
Sent a nasty email during this Mercury retrograde.
Ay, Dios.
I said, well, it wasn't nasty, but it was out of character for me.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
So there is this like dermatological company whose products I purchase.
I have not heard about this.
I know. I'm telling you right now.
Oh my God, here we go.
And their most recent like promotional like email blast was like horoscopes for your skin. And so they paired a product with every sign.
Yeah.
And it was so wrong. Like it was just bad. I was just like, did you even who wrote this?
Right.
Like even AI would have done a better job. And so I just wrote an email and was like, hey, big fan of your products, but also like as a professional astrologer, this was kind of offensive. And if you're going to use astrology to sell your products, maybe you should just like consult an astrologer so that it's true and not just like jumping on a trend.
Put them on blast. Who was it?
It's called Dermatology.
Oh, I was just kidding.
DRMTLGY. Their products are great. Honestly, like I love their products. I really do.
We would totally take a brand sponsorship.
No, they have like a tinted moisturizer that I love. They have an under eye thing that I love. Like I use a lot of their products. They're great products.
But not astrology friendly.
I was just like, if you're going to do this, like take the extra 20 seconds and like do a little bit of research.
What if they did have an astrologer who did it? And
well, then vet your astrologer. Because it was not, the astrology was not astrologying.
I hope you're not listening. Dermatology's astrologer.
I'm not afraid. I don't care.
Take him to task. By the way,
I love how afraid you get. I love how like you're like when we like record the podcast, you're like afraid that like you're gonna like say something that's gonna get you in trouble or like there are at most like 1,000 people listening to this.
I'm just afraid of my loved ones who aren't probably listening, but some of them are.
Well, Aunt Rob is listening, so what up, Aunt Rob?
That tea. Yeah, hey, Aunt Rob. And my sister Lisa's listening.
Oh, Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Shout out.
But that's it. And we're not going to talk shit about them, so we can talk shit about anybody else.
I don't know. Well, if any of our loved ones are listening, let us know.
So we know not to talk shit about you on the podcast.
Yeah, if any our family members.
Yeah, totally.
We know some of our friend loved ones are listening.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted.
What? Well, I was just ranting about how bullshit astrology was, and then you just proved my point with dermatology's take on it. But I'm not. I don't mean that. Obviously, I don't. Okay, so Mercury retrograde is in Leo, and it's through the first half, which is where my Saturn is.
Okay.
Because I have Saturn in Leo at 10 degrees. And so here we are needing to reconsider that. What does that mean? I'll always think of this astrologer named Marion, who I met when I was becoming an astrologer at the Psychic Eye in San Francisco. Shout outs to that little time capsule moment. But she said,
shout out to the past. Did you just like do a shout out to like a period of time?
I did.
Cool. That's fun.
I mean, it's all here now anyway, right?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And she said about my Saturn in Leo, like, well, you need to not be afraid of the spotlight. Like, that's Saturn in Leo. Which does really resonate with what my therapist and I were talking about this morning, which is about being seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super, I guess, well, no, I like really desire a level of being seen for my gifts and my work, but I also struggle at the actual reality of that. For example, being here and now doing this podcast with camera elements.
I know. I'm still not used to the camera elements.
Yeah, high out there in like YouTube land. But like that's a thing that like I have struggled with a little. Like, oh wow, yeah, now I'm like being seen while we do this.
Yeah.
Like, is this even that interesting? Though I just read an article, just quick aside, that most people are starting to ingest like podcasts through like
By
visual,
watching them?
yeah,
Okay.
like YouTube content or whatever, but they're not really watching them.
They're just
like,
listening to them, and then like every once in a while they'll like turn
glance
and look
over
and
and
what's
see
going on.
them. Yeah, but they'll like put it on while they're cleaning or doing whatever.
Well, I
but
get
it's
it. You want to
there.
see who's talking at you.
Right.
Because I listen to a lot of podcasts and I have no idea what those people look like.
Totally.
So it's useful to have that picture, I guess.
Yeah. So here we are.
Hey,
Hi.
this is what we look like.
Hey. Ding, ding.
I clean shaved yesterday. You want to know why it's hard for me? I'm realizing is because of my decades of acting training, where I worked so hard to not look in the camera.
Oh, right.
Where the practice and discipline is to pretend as if the camera isn't there.
Right.
And now I have to
it's right there.
do literally the opposite.
Yeah, blow him a kiss.
I already winked at them earlier.
Of course you did, you slut.
I know. What can I say?
Okay, so I just think that is what I really need to pay attention to, assess for myself. Leo is very much about, on some level, attention.
Yeah.
And being seen. So that is a whole other element too for everyone out there to consider, what in our thought patterns, ideas are we allowing to have attention and which ones aren't we? Sometimes we give all the negative thoughts and ideas all the attention. And maybe that's not getting you where you want to be. Maybe that's kind of fucking with you. So maybe you need to shift that and start to give the positive outlooks, the goals, the dreams, the ideas that excite you but you're afraid of. Give those some attention and learn how to do that. So I think for me, on some level, it is that. And it's in my 4th house. So it is, on one hand, being at home in the spotlight, that being the need for myself.
Yeah.
But I think being at home in the spotlight of just family and home is important. So
you have to be the star of the household.
I have to be the star of the household.
Is that why you and Coyote are so combative? Because Coyote is a Leo and he naturally just takes up the space.
Yeah, but he knows that I'm coming for him.
Wow.
I'm the star.
And I'm honestly just a grateful audience.
You are, actually.
I enjoy to be the audience
in
at
the
home. Yeah, at home. It's the Aquarius role.
But yeah, look out, world. Here she comes.
Look, I think that you're coming to terms with the fact that you do want to be seen, that you do want some level of exposure.
Yeah.
Is important. And I also think that it's something you have to keep fighting for.
Right.
And you can't control how others see you, but you can control what you reveal to the world. And the more you keep revealing and adding to that conversation, the more you give people permission and the information they need to see you more clearly.
Truth.
So
beautiful.
Now is not the time to quit.
Okay.
Got to keep showing up.
Got to keep showing up and showing out.
Yeah.
Well, beautiful. That's for everybody. All right. I think let's give everyone a little dose of reality. All right. So we finally reached the end of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars.
Tournament of All-Stars.
And the people are not happy.
Is it divided or is it just the majority of people are not happy?
The majority of people are not happy. Now, here's the thing.
That makes me sad.
I know. Here's the thing. All fandoms are toxic. Every fandom
Hot
that
take.
exists
Hot take.
out there.
Wow.
It is just, to what we were just talking about, it's mostly just a bunch of people who feel unseen, vying for the hottest take in order to try and be seen.
Wow. Okay.
We look at a housewives fandom, they're all just desperately trying to say the wittiest thing so that their tweet or X or thread or whatever the fuck it is these days that we're referring to them as shows up on an episode, right?
Yeah, totally.
Or what have you. So when you look at the Drag Race fandom, it's already well, that queen's not my queen and they don't represent me and all of these things. But it is just a microcosm of the larger queer community, which
is divided.
Yeah, it's just not that cute. So Ginger Minge.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, but we're watching Drag Race, you already know.
She won.
And if
She
you
won
weren't
the whole
watching
thing.
it,
Go back and watch it.
it's a great season.
Maybe we're out of touch. Maybe we don't know what's cool anymore, but we loved this season.
Yeah, I really love this season too. I think everyone was like super frustrated, feeling like it was all riggery and like,
Not rigor Morris, girl.
yeah, geared toward one queen winning. I can certainly see what people were saying. They felt like a lot of the challenges were catered toward Ginger Minj's strengths.
But wasn't the first challenge a design challenge?
I don't know if there was there was a design challenge, yeah, but I think most people were like, the dress was not dressing. Like, let's all go back and take a look.
Okay. Well, maybe we should go back and take a look.
But I do think probably as a package, theirs was the best. At the end of the day, it just comes down to like everyone like falls in love with a certain queen and like you just hold tight to them. And if they aren't winning, then you're mad.
Yeah. I think Ginger Minj just has the most amount of talent, and it wasn't rigged. It was just that she's the most talented queen, and no matter what challenge you gave to her, she was going to excel because she's so talented.
Yeah.
And she knows who she is, and she's very present, and she's very witty, and so you can put her in any situation, and she's going to shine. Yeah. Whereas there are other queens who can only do like their one thing, and when they're put in a realm outside of their comfort zone, they struggle. But Ginger Minj can kind of do everything.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think, most people were really upset because, I think of anyone else, it was Georges who everyone thought should win. And I actually think Georges was really great.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, and was a solid first runner-up.
Yeah.
And it could have went to her, but I also have the opinion that, like, in the finale, Georges didn't win her lip sync against Aja. Aja won that lip sync.
Aja did win that lip sync.
If you ask
If you really watch it, I know. Is anyone ever happy with the winners of these competitions?
That's the whole other piece.
We watch these competition shows, and very rarely are you actually satisfied with the person who won.
Everyone gets mad.
Yeah.
Even when Anya Nerve won the last season.
Everybody was like...
And even I was a little mad because I was like, she did not win that last lip sync.
No, but she won the season.
She won the season, but everyone was like, well, you know what? She won the season. It's fine. And now those queens are like... oh, well, they just gave it to Ginger because she won the season. And it's like, okay, but that's what we just did. Like, but she lost that last lip sync.
It's just a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to say. I am not on social media, as I continue to remind people at every opportunity. So I get to have the experience of like encountering things and watching things without all of the conversation around it.
Right.
And I just loved watching this season. It like reminded me why I love drag. So I would encourage anyone who has the time or the interest to just watch this season.
Yeah.
It was really great.
And at the end of the day, it is just like a celebration of drag.
And a history of drag within the like history of RuPaul's Drag Race. Like we don't predate RuPaul's Drag Race. But you get some queens from like season 3 and season 2.
It doesn't have to be that deep. We don't have to like go crazy and be like, this person is miserable and they don't deserve it. Like, I just felt bad that Ginger Minj had to then like win and feel completely like they weren't being celebrated at all. And like, granted, yeah, it depends on what you're paying attention to. And if you're not paying attention to all the like clickbaity headlines, I saw one this morning because they do come across my feed that like, this is like the worst rated season of Drag Race now, like on some, I don't know, IMDb or wherever they rate.
Wait,
seasons.
rated like Rotten Tomatoes ratings?
Yeah, but it's
not like viewership.
No, it's viewership ratings.
Oh, this is the
No, I don't mean I mean like not ratings as in watchability, but ratings as in people like saying, "Oh, this season was a 10."
Got it.
You can go onto a site and
got it.
As a viewer,
so people rated this season
like a 2,
and they rated it very low.
Yeah, like a 2.
But how many eyes were on this season? That's what I want to know. A lot of eyes?
I think a lot of people watched. Maybe the viewership did decline over the course of it, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm just curious because of the climate in which we live where drag is more political than it's ever been. If people are if more eyes are coming to drag or if we're losing eyes.
Right. But media is more political than it's ever been.
But fair.
You know, like you just look at like Bravo now and like I find it interesting that there are, you know, that they have like a cowboy show now, you know, and like I just think like, yes, represent everyone, but it does feel like interesting to me that like, you know, in the sort of conservative time that we live in,
Go off, King.
that, you know, networks, everyone is kind of feeling like, oh, we need to like make sure more than ever that we're representing the conservative viewership so that they don't feel like, well, we're not paying attention to you too. You know, like we like Morgan Wallen too.
Who?
Exactly. And just stay there.
Okay, great. But also, a lot of those housewives are like closet conservatives.
They're not even in the closet about it.
So like I mean, like the Real Housewives of Orange County, like that's, you know, that's like as
Yeah, should we talk about that?
the Real Housewives of Orange County.
Are you glad it's back?
Yeah.
Me too.
I missed those
conservative
I missed those conservative bitches. I did. I do. I mean, they're so toxic, but they bring me such joy.
Yes. Who brings you the most joy?
I think, it's a really good question. I think the queen that brings me the most joy is Heather Dubrow.
I know, which is so funny. I feel like you love to hate her.
I
you
used
hate
to
to
love her. I know. At first, I used to just love her.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when I met her at the Taylor Swift concert and she took a selfie with me and she was so gracious.
Yeah.
Like, I have to hand it to a housewife who just like has some random homosexual running up to them at a concert and who's like happy to take a selfie. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like, props to Heather Dubrow.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that photo?
I'm sure it's somewhere in the annals of history.
Dig it up.
But I used to love her. And then she like became a little too fancy pants.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was her whole brand. And I was like, like, can we expand what our brand is a little bit?
Well, she became so rich.
She became so rich.
Like really, really, really.
So rich. But like not rich with a wink, but she just became like so posh in a way that didn't feel merited.
I mean, didn't they sell that house for like $60 million or something?
Yeah, but she didn't like grow up super rich, you know?
Oh, no. She was like a struggling actress.
So that's why I'm like, why are we all of a sudden like pretending, just because like we're wealthy, like why are we like pretending that like we're like hosting cotillion everywhere?
I believe it's what they call new money.
Anyway. But now I feel like she's relaxed a little bit, like she has a little bit more of a sense of humor, and also I've just been like beaten down and I'm like, this is the Heather Dubrow that I get and this is the Heather Dubrow that I'm going to love.
Yeah.
And I do think there's a little bit more of a wink now. Like she knows that her brand is fancy pants and so she like plays into it and so it feels like there's a little bit more humor there.
She's also like a little bit in the shadows of this season so far.
She is.
Like she pops up and I'm like, oh, right, you're here? Like,
yeah.
But I'm not mad that she's there, but I'm just like, oh yeah, you're kind of just a phantom.
Isn't she the one that used to pack her last season? Didn't she like pack her sweaters in like tissue paper so they wouldn't wrinkle? She was showing her assistant how to pack sweaters.
I think so, yeah.
Which I love. Like that's so genius. But then we also got a scene of her in her closet and it was a mess.
Oh, right.
There were like bags on the floor and I was like, yeah, all right, Heather Dubrow.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
like fancy
Birkin
pants in
bags
front.
on the floor.
Fancy pants in front, but just like a mess.
Probably, yeah.
A little sloppy.
Yeah, well, she just has a lot of things.
So many things.
When they moved from that massive house to like a townhome. Or like
I think that townhome
penthouse.
is bigger than our house.
Well, of course.
I think you could fit two of our houses in that
compared
townhouse.
to where they were coming from to where they went.
But they never even lived in that house. Like they bought that house, the one in Beverly Hills. They bought that house and then they tried to reno it. And now I think they're trying to sell it.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant the house that they sold, like the big house in Orange County
for like $50 million.
And then they moved to that penthouse. That's where they were really living.
Yeah, totally.
So, I'm just like always happy to see Shannon Storms. I really enjoy her a lot. Of
course, yeah.
I think she's crazy and funny.
Don't you think she has the biggest heart of any of the housewives of Orange County?
She does have a big heart. She's very witty. She takes herself like way too seriously, but like in a good way, like an entertaining way. I love an Aries queen because they're just like her.
Because it's you.
Yeah, but like I don't have a temper that goes from 0 to 100.
Every once in a while you do.
Every once in a while,
And I do love to see it, actually. Every once in a while. It does. Yeah, it does. I always go like, oh, wow. Oh, shit.
Yeah, don't make that happen.
There she is.
But she has it happen like, when they're just like at lunch. And like she learned something and then all of a sudden she's like, how dare
I'm
you?
out of here.
Like, I'm out of here. Yeah. And I just like adore that so much. Maybe it's because I wish I just had that energy, more of that energy.
Well, break into the runway.
How dare you? I'm out of here.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, there you have it.
All right. So Orange County, it's back. It's good.
Yeah.
We're watching it.
Yeah. It's enjoyable.
I just want to shout out this season of Below Deck.
Oh.
This season of Below Deck is one of the best seasons of Below Deck that has happened in recent memory.
Well, it's so queer.
It's very queer.
Yeah. The queerest one they've ever had.
Yeah, that is true. There are a lot of
like
homosexuals.
everyone's making out with everybody.
Yeah. Queer, bi, pan.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's making out with
Questioning.
everybody. Yeah.
Playing.
It's so, like, usually the drama is among the crew, but there's also the drama that happens between the crew and the guests.
Yeah.
And this time it almost seems like the guests are in the background, in the shadows, because the drama with the crew, but it's not, it's like a fun, sexy drama, like a real world sort of drama, you know, as opposed to a housewife sort of drama. It's like who's sleeping with who, not like who's angry at who.
Yeah.
And so I love that in this most recent episode, production just decided to get them like a villa for 2 nights so they could just like live in a house together and continue to explore the drama of their interpersonal relationships.
Yeah, I like that too. I'm like, just lean into that. I had seen a review of the last episode and they were kind of criticizing it. Like, if I wanted to watch Love Island, I would just watch that or whatever.
Wow.
But I was like, I actually want to watch these people like have to really interact with each other. Like, it helps me learn more about them. Like, if I'm going to spend the time with these characters, like, I want to learn a little more about them and who they are.
Yeah. Am I just totally off base with all my opinions? Have I jumped the shark of my life? Am I no longer a reliable narrator? Like, all of my opinions seem to be the wrong ones.
I don't know.
Well, shit.
We'll ask the people. Write in and let us know. Is Brandon just gone?
Like, am I a boomer before my time? Has it happened?
I mean, you'll never be a boomer because you weren't.
But you know, like
then.
the equivalent.
I think already there's a generation that thinks the millennials are
Problematic.
Yeah.
Well, we are. But I
They
think my
all are.
opinions are good. Well, I mean, look, we're all human beings. We are problematic in general.
All that matters, honey, is that you think your opinions are good.
I just
even
think
if they are.
I just think Ginger
completely
Minch has
off
star
base.
quality, and I like seeing all these queer yachties making out with each other in a house.
That's why we're here.
I like it. I mean, what else? What else is there?
What else is there? So true. Well, yeah. And what do you feel about the Epstein file? I'm just kidding. Give us your hot take on that.
No.
But yeah, I'm actually really liking this season too. I mean, I think that Solène is like crazy,
Insane.
and a total chaos demon.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, but like I've actually seen her getting a lot of hate, and people are just like, you're so destructive. And I'm like, it's not that deep.
It's
like,
not
I'm
destructive.
Like,
It's Mistress
everyone
Isabel Brooks.
I know. I'm like,
and everyone's
calm
like, oh,
down.
Mistress, we love Mistress.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm like, this is a legit toxic human who just like is trying to tear other people down for the sheer fun of it.
Yeah, and this is just a horny French
Solène
girl.
just wants attention.
Yeah, she got a job on a boat, and there's everyone wants her attention.
Yeah.
So she's just saying, all right, well, you want to kiss me too? Okay,
I know.
I'll kiss you too. Like, fine, great.
Yeah.
If I were on a boat and everyone wanted to kiss me, I'd kiss them all back.
Well, of course you would, because you're an Aries.
Yeah. So invite me to your yacht parties. I'm a good time if you want to kiss me. Accepting boat invitations now. With your consent.
Well, you don't have it.
Oh, well then you can slide those invitations into my DMs, but I won't respond.
All right, I think that's enough reality. It's enough reality
Is that
for me.
too much of a reality? For
Yeah,
you?
you're now like you're gonna whore yourself out on yachts. It's gonna be like a kissing slut.
It'll be for charity.
Oh, it'll be for charity,
Yeah,
like Paul Rubens' kissing booth
exactly.
for Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did we talk about that on
The Pee-wee documentary?
Pee-wee doc?
I don't know if we did. But
I don't know if we did, but it's amazing.
Yeah, if y'all haven't watched that yet, my God, do yourselves a favor. It's so good.
And then we watched this one documentary called Enigma
Mm-hmm.
that Zachary Drucker directed
Yeah.
about these like two amazing trans icons. Well, one is maybe not trans.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, yeah. And
Amanda Lear is maybe not trans.
Yeah. But it's a fascinating.
Does not identify as trans.
Right.
But that, I mean, I would say like that should be top of the list. I had no idea about this history.
Mm-hmm.
About like Paris in the 60s and the 70s and these drag reviews and
Yeah, it's this great snapshot of like trans life in Paris in the 60s, was it right?
very inspiring.
Yeah, really, really good. That and the Pee-wee doc.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Well, and it kind of goes back to this idea that we talked about earlier, which is about a like relentless commitment to being seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like Paul Rubens, April Ashley, and Amanda Lear like never stopped. Like even when the public saw them in the wrong way, and it did, even if they hid for a moment, they always came back out. They were always fighting for themselves to be in the light.
To be seen as them, as who they really
Yes, and I'm sure it was exhausting, but they never gave up on that.
are. Right.
And eventually, we all did. Like here we are, contemporary people in a contemporary time, and we're talking about these three queer icons,
Mm-hmm.
having like seen them for their heart and for
Yeah.
their contribution.
Yeah.
And we like, didn't get mired in the moment of, the tabloid headlines or the toxic courtroom drama.
Mm-hmm.
So we celebrate.
We celebrate legacies.
Yeah. I mean, April Ashley, especially. I mean,
Oh,
what
yeah.
a
phenomenal human.
class act.
Mm-hmm.
Such grace.
I know.
Giving like real Libra vibes, but I don't know if that's true. I didn't look up April Ashley's birthday.
But totally.
But like just giving like grace and elegance and yeah, I aspire to that.
To give grace and elegance.
Yeah.
You do.
Even when like but when somebody confronts me, then I just become like a nasty little brat, like,
That's true.
but she would always just like, she was just gracious wherever she was.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of graciousness, it's time for this episode's Cosmic Update.
Cosmic update, y'all. So we're in Leo season now.
Yeah, today's the first day of Leo season.
It is Leo season. When we're recording this, it's the first day.
Well, it'll be the Leo new moon
It will be out
since we're releasing these on the moons.
for the Leo new moon. Very exciting. Leo season. We're talking so much about Leo needing to come from the heart,
Yeah,
be in the light.
totally.
We all need a little light these days, don't you think?
Yeah.
But having the sun be in Leo, so it's answering to
Itself.
itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then you have Mercury in there, obviously, in the retrograde phase. It does feel like communication is going to be a large theme of this Leo season. Not only confused communication, but it does feel like things coming to the light,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Things
Reveals.
from the past, reveals coming to the light.
But I
Things
also
that have been held inside.
Yeah, but I also feel like we might just be finding that we have to just repeat ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're just recapitulating the same thing over and over again to some extent.
Mhm.
And maybe it will change. Like there might be some sort of iterative process to your communication.
Right.
But you might find that you are having the same conversation with people. And in your mind, you're going to be like, we already had this conversation. But sometimes it's about timing. And maybe you just have to have that conversation again because this is the right time for it to actually like penetrate.
To land,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. That's a really good point. I like that.
It's like a campaign, right? Like you just like have the same message and you keep saying the same message over and over again. You have to try to say it in ways that feel like new and fresh. Or like, and I don't just mean like a political campaign. It's like a publicity campaign where you're an actor and you're giving the same interview over and over again because you never know when your message is going to be at the right place and the right time for somebody to receive it.
Yeah, and potentially heard by the right person who then helps promote it out
and do something
in some way that's meaningful.
So
I think that is good to try again with a conversation that maybe didn't land the first time.
Yeah, totally.
I like that.
So in the interest of that, can I paint like a big picture astrology for a moment? Can I do like a headline here? Okay, I'm going to try to talk to Cam about this. Okay. So there are the personal planets, and then there are the outer planets, which kind of affect us collectively. And then there's like Jupiter and Saturn, who aren't really like inner planets, and they're not really outer planets. They're kind of watching over us. And so it almost feels like there are 2, potentially 3 layers of things happening cosmically. So we've been talking about the outer layer, which is Pluto in Aquarius, which is making this sextile to Saturn and Neptune that are co-present in Aries, that are also having a relationship with Uranus in Gemini.
Please unpack that for us.
Okay. So Pluto in Aquarius, fear of the future, fear of technology, dismantling, it's like everything that we've been talking about. I mean, we've been repeating that. We've been talking about this for a long time. It's making a loose trine to Uranus, who just entered Gemini, which is creativity and innovation and chaos. And Gemini's so curious. And so there's this like personal relationship with technology and ideas. And then there's the kind of like collective, which is the Pluto. But then we have this Saturn-Neptune, which is in Aries. So it's like this wedge. It's like this piece of the pie, and they're all in relationship. And this is like the backdrop that we're all experiencing to some extent. And Saturn is structure, and Neptune is dreams, and they, only come together. They're like not technically conjunct. They'll be conjunct next year, but they're close. They're like within a degree of each other. And they're going to back up into Pisces, and then they're going to be conjunct next year at 0 degrees of Aries. You know this, right? This is like this is like this big deal astrology because 0 degrees of Aries is literally the start of the zodiac. And so there's something about like Saturn and Neptune that's like take responsibility for your dreams, or Saturn's the work and Neptune's like your belief and they're coming together, or Neptune eclipses Saturn and like something that you thought was like so sturdy just like disappears, But this is all like those planets are all in relationship with each other. And that's just like happening collectively, globally, politically, current events wise. Like that's like, I call that like the background cosmic energy.
Right.
That's just there. And it's going to be there for like the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Pluto in Aquarius is going to be there for 20 years. Saturn and Neptune are building towards this conjunction at 0 degrees of Aries. And we've got Uranus in Gemini, which begins the, Uranus return of the United States. And that's going to be going on for 7 years, essentially, until Uranus leaves Gemini.
Right.
Like this is just like the greater weather, the terrain.
Yeah.
But then you have the personal planets.
Right.
And what the personal planets are doing doesn't really have a lot of connection to the background spirits. So like this new moon in Leo, which is why I bring it up, like the sun is answering to itself. The moon is in Leo answering to the sun. Mercury is in Leo answering to the sun, right? Like it's about what are you doing personally, even though there are all of these challenging, disruptive, benevolent, and malevolent forces.
Right.
Like there's a storm outside, but that doesn't mean that you can't continue to show up inside your house.
Yeah. How are you handling the day-to-day given the current landscape of the larger landscape?
Yeah. And it's an electrical storm because it's like all of this air, Aquarius and Gemini, but then it's also an emotional storm because you have Neptune that's bringing the water, that's flooding the system. So I just wanted to like paint that picture that there, and then you just have Jupiter in Cancer. It was just like,
right.
Helping us to receive the benefits of the moon.
Right. So how does the sun moving into Leo color that larger landscape.
So,
the
I mean,
current state
the
of it.
first, day or two of Leo season, yes, Leo does have aspect to Aquarius. It's the sun is going to oppose Pluto.
Yeah. So actually, July 24th, the day this podcast will come out,
Is the new moon
Yeah.
with sun
and-
opposed Pluto.
Yeah, and the sun will speak to Saturn, it'll speak to Neptune, it'll speak to Pluto. Yeah, it's going to have all these things to say.
It's a day or two of like the background spirits. It's like this. It's like you are inside your house now having a conversation with the storm.
Right.
But then after that, it's kind of back to separate but equal. Like the storm is happening, and sometimes you have to go out into the storm and it will give you new information, but then you come back home and you focus on your Leo stuff, which is like, what are you creating? Where is pleasure? Like, if we are to be alive, what is the point of being here and living through the storm if there isn't pleasure and joy and heart to be participated in?
Mm-hmm. So do you feel like the Leo season has like a potential for some softness?
I mean,
Because I am
Leo-
noticing too that Venus will enter Cancer
yeah,
like a week in.
yeah. I
Um,
do think that like August in general like has the potential to bring relief personally
mhm.
and to kind of continue this conversation that we've been having about like gathering your community and like bringing. Didn't you ever like talk about like your soft blanket people, like the people that you like wrap around you like a soft blanket,
Yeah, yeah.
and like really doubling down and like getting clear on who those people are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the new moon is interesting because it's all answering to that sun, but then that sun is opposite Pluto, and Pluto is fear, but Pluto is also transformation.
Mm-hmm.
And so to have the sun opposite Pluto, it's like being bold, because the sun is your essence that you can't help but shine forwards.
Right.
And so Pluto's there to say, like, don't be afraid of your light. Don't be afraid of your size. Don't be afraid to be too big for the box. Don't diminish yourself
Mm-hmm.
just because it's making other people uncomfortable,
Right.
which is very drag, honestly.
It is very drag. Leo's very drag. But, I do want to point out, though, that Cancer is also very moody.
Mm.
And we always talk about, like, it also being moony.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So when Venus is in Cancer, you do just have to pay attention to where the moon is at, because the way that people relate to each other will shift every 2.5 days.
Yeah.
The energy of it will shift with the moon.
Yeah.
And I want to just specifically shout out August 1st
Okay.
as a day of potential moodiness.
Oh, now you're shouting out the future. You
Right?
shouted out the past, and now you're shouting out the future.
Isn't it all just here now anyway?
I mean, yes.
So Venus is going to square both Saturn and Neptune on the 1st. So I just feel like that has some potential for moodiness, some conflict or challenge.
Venus in Cancer, square Saturn and Neptune in Aries.
in Aries.
What's the moon in that day?
That I don't know.
What day of the week is that?
That I don't know. It is a Friday.
Okay. Which is Venus's day.
Yeah.
I have my moon calendar handy.
But the thing with these, I just think it's like, it's a day to shout out, not necessarily because it's like doom and gloom, but like it has the potential for some activity.
The moon's in Scorpio.
So
It's going to be feisty.
Yeah. So it has like some feistiness, some intensity, big emotions can occur that day.
Digging deep into the relationships.
Yeah, totally. So just being very mindful of, who you're choosing to spend that time with
Yeah.
and how, I think is like really meaningful. We're going to see Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl
Oh, wow.
with Cynthia Erivo and Adam Lambert.
Oh, my gosh.
So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, that is fun. I mean, it's
Very Scorpio.
yeah, well, it's digging deep,
Yeah,
and it's not surface.
right.
So whoever you're spending time with, you're going to kind of dig deep. And we're going with a Scorpio.
Oh my God. Perfect.
How about that?
Yeah.
But see, this is like the additional element that we're talking about with these planets in Cancer. It's not enough to just know they're in Cancer. You got to know where the moon is, because that is literally producing how these planets behave. So you're going to have Venus and Jupiter in Cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
And then they'll be approaching their conjunction, Venus and Jupiter. Does that happen later in August?
I believe that. I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, it happens August 11th. So it is later.
So shout outs to August 11th.
Yeah.
That's a great day too.
Yeah, well, we can talk more about that on our next show.
Yeah, we can, but I'm just curious what day the moon is in when that happens, because, it's in Pisces.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. It's right after that full moon in Aquarius.
That's nice.
Okay, we'll talk more about how to take advantage of that conjunction, because that should offer some real hope.
There you go. A deep tease.
A deep tease?
Yeah.
Is that what we just did?
For our next
episode?
Cosmic update.
I guess that's true.
What we'll talk about.
A deep tease.
A deep tease.
It's like diptyque, like a diptyque candle. All right, anything else? Any other astrology you want to talk about?
No, I mean, I think just, that Venus entering Cancer. I mean, we'll see Mars entering Libra on August 6th.
Okay.
But we'll be meeting right around then.
So we can talk about that.
We can talk more about that.
Diplomacy, partnering.
Yeah. And then we'll be nearing the end of this retrograde around then too.
Thank goddess.
I know. She's been a blustery one.
Thank good
already,
goddess.
I will say.
Well, it's because Uranus is in Gemini answering to this retrograde Mercury.
Yeah, so it's a little chaotic.
Yeah. And you also had Venus. You also have Venus in Gemini. So you have... Unfortunately, this Mercury retrograde is producing more planets than I would like.
Yes, agreed. So just trying to be patient.
Yeah.
Just trying to pause as needed.
Totally. I was so annoyed with a friend 2 days ago, and then 1 day ago I was going to confront them and say something, and then I had a conversation with them and I was like, I'm actually just going to let this go. And it was very demonstrative of all the astrology that I've been talking about, where I was like, I'm just going to change my mind about how I feel about this.
That's
this
great.
isn't worth a confrontation. I'm just going to let this go.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to be.
You hear that, Shawnee? No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't you, Shawnee.
Well, who was it?
I'm not going to do that,
I already know who it was.
Stop baiting me.
All right, it's time for our tarot card of the episode.
All right, so just take a moment, drop in if you can. And just connecting to the cards by listening to the sound of them being shuffled, and just trusting that this message will resonate no matter the future place or time to which you listen to this episode. And if you have a particular question, or there's a realm of your life that could use a little guidance, you can just kind of send that out. Maybe this message will address that. Oh shit, 9 of Swords reversed.
Okay.
Face your fears. Face your fears, face your fears, face your fears. So the 9 of Swords is obviously somebody who's sitting up in bed in the middle of the night.
When did you get that picture of me?
Oh, I just took it last night, actually. So if we don't face our fears, we never get to move beyond them. If we don't say out loud what we're afraid of, we never give ourselves the opportunity to understand where that fear is coming from. Because you say you're afraid of the dark, for example, but what you're actually afraid of is what might be hiding in the dark, or you're afraid of not having the security of the visible world. And so when we give ourselves permission to face our fears, we get a deeper understanding of who we are and what's beyond them. And oftentimes, a lot of the things that we're afraid of are illusory. They don't come to pass. And so you can stay up all night worrying about things, attempting in some way to control the future by catastrophizing. But you can't control the future. The future is being written in the present. We don't know what's going to happen. And I think more than ever, this kind of speaks to those background spirits, the Pluto and the Neptune and the Saturn and the Uranus. And every day there's a new fear. And it's not to say that there aren't things to be afraid of. Like, I don't feel like I need to say, like, climate change is real. You know, like, fascism is real. The threats of artificial intelligence, it's real. However, we don't know how any of this is really going to play out in real time in our lives. And so perhaps the reversal is in saying, like, face your fear, but pull back on it a little bit. Like, don't let it consume so much of your time. Now, if you're not actually facing your fears, if it's just this background anxiety that's forcing you to buy bags of chips or drink too much or just ignore, then you have to face your fear. But you can't be facing it all the time every day, or it will exhaust you. It will keep you from your heart. And the 9s in the tarot are a graduation. It's the last single digit number before we get to the 10. So there is this sense of leveling up in your relationship to your mind, to the narrative. And it's interesting just to think about swords as air, communication, and here's Mercury retrograde, trying to help us level up our communication with ourselves about the things that scare us. So if there is something that scares you, if there is something that's paralyzing you and keeping you from moving forwards, then what is something you can do tangibly to address it? So that then you can at least say to yourself, well, that does scare me, but these are the precautions I've taken, and now I'm not going to let that take up any more mental real estate because I have other things I have to do. So face your fears, but maybe like set a timer for it. Like just face your fears for like 9 or 19 minutes every day, you know, or 18. 9 minutes or 18 minutes every day.
Okay.
Because that'll at least like have you in the practice of it, you know? But maybe it's just every week. And be mindful of what you're consuming, whether it be like conversations with friends or podcasts or media or what you're reading that's stoking your fear, because there is a lot of fear in the atmosphere right now. And you can only live with so much of it in your nervous system before you just become totally incapacitated. Crazy, acting out, you know, or immobilized.
Yeah.
And I don't want any of our beautiful gazers to be immobilized. Well, we need you. We need you. So I think that's the tough love of the 9 of Swords reversed. Face your fear, but don't live in the fears.
Preach. Well, thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. A pleasure. An absolute pleasure, darling.
And thank you all.
Is this your greatest fear that my Australian accent would come back to haunt you?
I'm going to pretend like it's not happening.
Isn't this actually a great time for an accent to return? Is in a Mercury retrograde. Is to have your, oh shit. You're absolutely incapacitated by fear right now. You're absolutely paralyzed. I'm so sorry, darling. Until next time.
Oh, thank you all for listening.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for listening. You know where to find us.
Yes.
At thespiritualgaze.com.
Mm-hmm.
And Angel actually runs the Instagram. So if you send him a direct message, maybe you want to invite him on your yacht so he can kiss everybody that's there, those that are working on the yacht and those that aren't. That'd be
what's
great.
the best bay in Australia to...
Byron Bay.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
great.
we absolutely we'd love to come to Byron Bay.
So yeah, if you have a yacht in Byron Bay,
And maybe I'll
please
even
invite
kiss
us.
some people on that yacht in Byron Bay.
Yes.
I mean, the Aussies are so hot.
With consent.
Whose consent?
Mine and theirs.
And you surrendered consent when you decided to be a kissing slut on a stranger's yacht in Byron Bay.
You know what? Fair. All right, yeah. So that's where you find us.
But yeah, feel free to send us direct messages. Angel will, let me know that you're trying to get in touch with me to invite me on your yacht.
Yes. You can also email us at thespiritualgaze@gmail.com if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, things you want us to talk about or not talk about on the show. We'll take them all into consideration.
But thank you, yes, for listening, for watching, and until next time, this has been your transit through the spiritual gaze.